Hey there everyone, Dr. Beth Westy here, and I wanted to pop on and talk about some of the biggest mistakes that I see women making right now with their nutrition. I feel like this could be a super long video. I'm gonna try not to make it super long, keep it kind of concise and some of the top things that I've chatted about with women in the past couple of weeks. And this is something that we work on in the 12-week challenge. So I'm gonna put a link right here for you guys. If you are not on the wait list for the next 12-week challenge, there is the link right there in the comments. You can get on the wait list. These are things that we work on in terms of really getting nutrition dialed in for your body, your hormones, getting you the right result, actually working with your own physiology to improve your metabolism. Just following a cookie cutter program or protocol, I'm not saying it's not a good thing, but if it's not the right thing for your system and you're not getting the right results with all the effort that you're putting in, how much longer are you going to keep going on a protocol like that before you start listening to your body and your hormones? So that's what we do in the 12-week challenge. So waitlist is right there in the comments. Now, biggest nutrition mistakes that I see gals making. First thing is cutting calories, right? I'm going to cut calories. I'm going to work out more and I'm going to eat less. There we go. That's the answer. No, we are, as a culture, already overfed and undernourished because we're not getting enough fuel for our bodies and systems. And starting from the age of 8 years old, I did a podcast interview today, and the gal that I was chatting with, she's a trainer and things, and I was like telling her about the history of nutrition and all these other things, which I cover and I talk about a little bit in my book, The Female Fat Solution. This is on Amazon. There's a whole first chapter is on the history of nutrition and how it's set up for the male body. And one of the things that I talk about in that chapter is from the age of about 7, 8 years old, they differentiate male and female body in terms of what nutrient needs are, right? So from birth, right? Oh, you're a 6-month-old, you're a 2-year-old, you need about this much nutrient, you need about this, right? But as soon as you get to about 7, 8 years old, they actually split and differentiate male versus female, what your body needs, right? And she was thinking, oh, you mean girls, because they, advance, develop physically sooner than guys, that they would get more nutrient then, right? Girls go through puberty sooner than guys do on average. So of course the recommendation would be that girls get more nutrient. Nope, that's not the recommendation. It is literally, girls get less, recommendation in terms of nutrient, protein, all that other stuff. And that split starts and then it just divides. And then for girls, it stops at age 14. The recommendations for you for nutrient per day stops at age 14. Think about your 14-year-old body and what it needed nutrient-wise, right? Metabolism, all those other things. Yeah. So of course, your body at 35 years old, you're like, oh my God, why isn't I responding here? Because it's not. It's a totally different system. Sorry, I'm going to start sweating. I get so worked up about this. But these are the biggest things. So what we're told in terms of what your body needs, nutrient, all these other things, research is done on men. So all of these recommendations, just cutting calories, working out more, all that stuff, easy breezy for dudes. If you have female physiology, it's a whole different ball game. And at a younger stage, some of that stuff can actually work faster for the female body, but long term, it's going to have a damaging effect on your endocrine system, on your hormones, how things work and function. So that's a really, really big deal when you're looking at just straight up calories, right? So what about nutrients? What about if you're really, I'm getting good vitamins in, all that stuff, I'm just cutting out carbs, carbs are bad, blah, 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 right? We all know the whole don't eat fat thing is stupid, and we don't do that anymore, right? And now the whole I'm cutting out carbs, or I'm eating low carb. No, stop. It is so hard on the female endocrine system. It's one thing if you're like, I'm moderating my carbs, or I'm really being cautious about the ratio of simple versus complex, or how that fits in with my overall nutrition, but you still have carbohydrate in your diet. That is very different than just cutting out carbs and following a keto protocol. That's really harsh on the female endocrine system. Yes, this is really important to realize that this will slow down your metabolism. This will wreak havoc. This will wreak havoc on your body. It really, really will. It really, really will. And it is a metabolism stopper overall. Melissa, my loves go. My children, my dog, carbs. But yes, But yes, yeah, yeah. So by cutting those things out, that's a huge mistake that women make. Ignoring your hormones. If you have hormonal issues, and this is not just, oh, my period's off or whatever, right? This is, I am really fatigued. My hair is falling out. That's a thing related to your hormones. Yeah. My skin is weird. I'm breaking out, right? I've had these acne pattern breakouts. If you're ignoring any hormonal warning signs that your body has, and you're trying to just like push forward with some nutrient change, your body's gonna suffer, right? These warning signs are there for a reason. So if you're having heavy periods, if you have clots, if you have pain, right? PMS, mood swings, right? If you're not sleeping well, if your energy is terrible throughout the day, those are all signs, right? There's so many of them, right? But if you're ignoring them, you're not going to get to and keep the right results. Other mistakes, following a protocol made for men. Now, again, I'm not saying that this is a terrible thing to do. It can be a great place to start. But again, if you are following just blindly, oh, I'm eating the same way all day, every month, all month long, you're missing the unique shift and change that happens in your physiology. And if you're suffering from something, especially hormonally, can make things even worse for you. I see this all the time with women. Oh, I'm eating really clean, I'm exercising, I'm trying to tone up, but all I see is this layer of fat over the muscle right here. I can feel that there's more muscle here, but there's this fat. I can't get my body to burn fat. Yeah, because all you're doing is using tactics that work for men and not taking into account the shift and change in your body's hormones and how you actually work with that to improve metabolism. It's a very different pathway for women to go down than it is for men. There's a couple of comments. Comments. I got so excited about it. Okay, every doctor I've seen about my unexplained weight gain says, 1, you're in menopause. This just happens. Bye now. Oh my God. 2, eat less, exercise more. So frustrating. Okay, you know why they say that? They say, oh, you're in menopause. Yeah, of course you've gained weight. You've perimenopause, menopause. Yep, that's what happens. Yeah, that's what happens for the female body when it is not supported nutritionally, when you're ignoring the hormonal change. Yeah. The female body that goes through menopause, it reacts to stress differently. You sleep differently. Your digestive system is different. You get a new body. You are living in a new meat suit. And if you're not changing how you're taking care of that and how your lifestyle is, you're gonna have a little bit of an argument with it, right? So it would make sense that, oh my gosh, my digestive system is different. My protein needs are different. So of course I'm going to shift and change how I eat to match with that. Oh, that makes sense. Yes. Yeah. That's why they're like, oh, you're in menopause. Oh, I don't know. Oh, it's so frustrating for women. So frustrating because if you're not taking those basic things into account for the menopausal body, you're not going to get a result. The menopausal body breaks down muscle tissue faster, easier than it will actually go after fat tissue for energy. So a huge difference in terms of protein needs, nutrient needs for the menopausal body. And then, of course, this is their go-to. Oh, eat less, exercise more. Eat less, exercise more. Yeah, that works really great for men. But the female body responds differently. Again, completely ignoring what women actually need in that shift and change through life. I got fired up about that. Carrie commented that. That is, so true. And that's why I have an entire 12-week protocol for women in menopause. Your nutritional needs are different. So I built an entire protocol for that specifically. How your body processes stress, how your body needs, if you have hormonal issues, hot flashes, things like that, we have to address that because you can't get and keep the right result if you're still having these issues. Okay, Melissa, your info is so helpful. I recommend all clients to read your books. Oh, yeah. Thanks, Melissa. Yay. Yeah. And listen to the podcast. Yeah, I have a podcast. It's called The Female Health Solution. I talk about a lot of stuff there. I interview a lot of other people on there too. Just a variety of info on my podcast as well. And then I have a YouTube channel too. So if you're like, oh my gosh, this is helpful, where can I get more info like this? My YouTube channel is just called Dr. Beth Westy. You can subscribe to that to stay updated on all the videos that I have coming out. But this is something I feel like I've talked about talked about these things with so many people recently. Like, oh, what else am I doing wrong? Or I'm doing all these things. It's supposed to be the right thing. I'm like, no, nope, nope, nope. That's not how the female body works. Like, let's start with female physiology. How does your body work and function? And when your body's working and functioning better, you feel better and you can get the right results. Yeah, right? Like that, oh, yeah, that kind of makes sense, right? Yes, it makes sense. And when you start looking at and diving into how much of what we're doing is actually set up for a male body, right? That's why we struggle. That's why we get so frustrated, right? Another thing for menopause, and this is something we talk about, last thing I'm going to throw in about that, is your rest and repair needs are different. It takes a different amount of time to rest and repair. And that's not to say that you can't train for what you want to train for. That's not to say you can't get to whatever goals you have for yourself. It would just mean, okay, what do I want to get to? When is a race, or I want to run a half marathon? Okay, great. Where are you at? And then get an appropriate time frame for your body to go through all the changes it needs to go through to get there. It is a complete game changer in terms of getting to and keeping the right results. Because what I teach women how to do in the 12-week challenge is not just, oh, here's how you drop weight. Oh, right? Like, there's so many cheap tricks to make that happen, but that doesn't actually give you a lasting result. Things like that actually slow your metabolism down. Things like that actually work against you long term. So what I am really teaching women how to do is work with your physiology, have that shift and change happen, and keep that result long term. Yes. Carrie, thank you. Can't wait to join your challenge. Yes, Carrie. Yes. This is going to be a big game changer for you. I'm excited. Okay. So again, in the comments is the wait list for the next 12-week challenge. So get on that wait list. You do not want to miss out. And if you found this helpful, if you've been talking to somebody about this, like, oh my gosh, we've been, in the quarantine and I feel like I've gotten more unhealthy. What do I do? What do I look at? Send this to somebody you know. Send this video, tag them, whatever it is, because so many more women need this message. So many more women need to understand, like, you know what? You're not crazy and you're not, doing it wrong. You're just following a map that wasn't made for your body. You're following instructions, but you're not given the right info. That's the biggest key difference here, right? It's crazy. It's like, it's like you buy all the ingredients and you have all the ingredients right in front of you for a cake, right? But the instructions you're given are how to cook roast beef or something. Like, what? That's not going to help you bake a delicious cake. Oh, yeah, that's what we're doing. We need to stop doing that and stop feeling like we're crazy. See, I'm going to start sweating. I need to calm down. Oh, okay. So, all right. Melissa, I always tell women we are like Ferraris. Everyone wants one. Prettier. It takes more maintenance. Men are like Hondas. They go, they stop, they're replaceable. Oh my, Melissa. Women are like Ferraris. Everyone wants one and we're prettier, but we take more maintenance. Men are Hondas. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. That's hilarious. I love it. I love it. I might have to use that quote every now and then too. Yes. Yes. Okay. That's what I got for you guys tonight. Again, thanks for tuning in. If you have any other questions or need any other help, please don't hesitate to reach out and let me know. Otherwise, have a great rest of your night. I'll see you later.